paper magic will survive like the heat death of the universe, and will...
Oh, it's a smuggler's copter. Would you like to crew this? And then it crashes because they don't understand arithmetic.
All your cards belong to me.
2 minutes into macing him in the eyeballs, I switched to pepper spray. He's like, it's all right, refreshing. And went back to the mace.
Magic is dying. I'm done. Selling everything.
I might be a hoarder. And yes,
I don't have the crayons or glue to explain this to you right now.
What, are you gonna die twice?
Oil will be worthless before magic cards will.
well, okay, Dr. Man.
That's Mr. Dr. Professor Jason.
The Hobbit is good. My store had its second biggest weekend of all time, directly behind Final Fantasy, with the release of Hobbit. We had 122 for our biggest pre-release.
That's a lot of people.
That is massive.
It was so big, and many of them are people I had never seen before. So new fresh faces excited to play Magic because they wanted to play with their pals Bilbo and Smaug.
I was playing RuneScape last night, and my closest friend was explaining the plot of The Hobbit from memory to me while I killed the boss like 500 times.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got my personalized audiobook of The Hobbit that took like an hour, and it was incredible. Just I learned so much, I retained some of it, and it was a good time between pals.
The Hobbit's great. Did you love it, DJ? Were you on the edge of your seat?
Yeah, it's a great book. I would recommend it to anyone. My version, of course, that I received.
The one-time audiobook.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, is actually the purest form of bookery.
I'm gonna do a name drop, something I don't do that often. But in 2020, when I was forced to not leave my house for 8 months, I spent a lot of time with my dear friend Carmen Clemperens, who in one night gave me the entire plot of Full Metal Alchemist twice in a row, because after the first time, she's like, I got some details wrong, can I go again? So I've never experienced anything Full Metal Alchemist before, but I've heard the plot to it twice.
I'm telling you all, oral storytelling is the original form of storytelling. Predates books.
That's
We're
true.
going back with our literacy rate. We're going back to it.
Judy Gutenberg gone.
And welcome into Brainstorm Brewery, everybody. Can't you tell we're fresh off Hobbit pre-releases? Don't we sound well rested?
I had my 11sies already, so I'm good to go for a bit.
Liz Store crushed it. We finally got 60 pre-release kits in mine instead of 30, and still blew past those. It was pretty fun. The Hobbit collector boxes, $900.
And selling well at that, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll say that's the real question. Now, the set, as you're listening to this podcast, comes out probably today, right? It comes out on Friday, the 14th. And at that point, you would, maybe expect to see box prices dropping. That said, I remember we did this with Final Fantasy. And everyone said, oh, they'll just drop once the set comes out for sure, right? And then they went up $400. So the Hobbit collector boxes are unopened, $875 on TCG Player at the moment. So I don't know if we want to do predictions about where they're going to be, but I would not predict a large drop.
No, definitely not a large drop. I mean, Final Fantasy felt like lightning in a bottle. Also not a pun because the main character of one of the games' name is Lightning. But
The Army of One.
I would not be I don't like gambling on collector booster boxes. I like pressing the button of the widget of collection buying, and I feel like there are infinite collections out there to buy right now, and you should go buy some collections or buy some cheap cards from Europe that are more expensive here, or buy some cheap cards from Japan that are more expensive here, and just keep pressing those buttons. I think if you open a expensive Smog, you should sell it. I'm so controversial. Oh my god, make me go viral.
The actual shtick is that collector boosters are better sealed. You're selling the experience.
Yes.
And I actually think for someone like DJ, seal collector boosters are not something that are really worth pursuing for him because he doesn't have a place to put them in front of customers consistently.
Yes.
But if you're someone who's doing every show, if you're someone who owns a store, collector boxes are awesome for the long term. But for most people, and I imagine most of our listeners don't have a store or don't do shows, singles and collections are just the way to go, right? It's all about working with what is actually reasonable for you to work with.
I think bulk is a really good place to get in right now.
Yeah.
There is more than ever automation available for processing bulk. There is a lot of demand for instant collections nowadays on Facebook or whatever socials you want to grind on, and the buy-in is affordable. Like you can offer roughly equivalent to Star City buy list or Card Kingdom buy list on bulk and make somebody else's problem go away, and you can either do the heavy lifting of digging through bulk yourself, which I don't think is efficient anymore, but
Correct.
I'm sure that it's doable to some degree, but like really the automation is so cheap nowadays with that you can just get through it quicker. I don't know.
It's a sleepy episode, gang. Me and the crew, we had a big Hobbit weekend, and we're having a big Hobbit week, and bear with us.
I didn't. Oh, that does remind me though. Corbin, you have a present for me to open. And
Oh,
by
you're right,
present, I mean
DJ.
a parcel that you paid me money for. So
1 minute, I'll get
Good
it.
more
Yeah.
service.
you paid me a present of $50, and I paid you a present of a mystery box. Corbin, a personalized Corbin collector booster, if you will, and I think he's going to get it now. He's
A Corbin
currently
booster.
muted. He's put his microphone. He's put his headset back in. Welcome back, buddy. He's got the package.
He just doxed himself.
He did it. Yeah.
But also DJ. I doxed us both. You're going down with me. This is the mystery package.
Corbin paid me $50 American. I said, pay me, and then you'll get something cool in the mail, and I think he will enjoy what he receives. You have to act like a YouTuber while opening this, Corbin.
All right, check it out, everybody. Here it comes on
He's just doxing himself.
YouTube.com/BSB. Boom! Oh, look at that. It's a graded Kumina.
It's a merfolk.
It's a
It's a
merfolk.
It's a black label, by the way, not just a
Yeah.
graded Kumena. It is a black label, pristine 10.
That's your new commander, bro.
I was trying to read the note. I heart Dove's Yum.
It says B-dubs.
Oh, I heart B-dubs. Yum, I do heart B-dubs.
That was so earnest, dude. He was just like, yeah, I do like that thing.
Thanks, DJ. A CGC, Certified Guarantee Company. That is a silly name. I won't say a stronger word because I want him to sponsor us, maybe. But
CGC sponsor us.
but that is a silly name. What is a pristine 10, DJ, for those not in the know?
If you get a 10 in all of the subgrades, then your card will get a black label on it, which means it's better than somebody else's who didn't. So, like, a card can be a 10, but not be a black label if some of the subgrades are like a 9 or a 9.5. But that card got basically all 10s, so which means it's the best 10 of the 10s.
I learned that lesson when I took the ACT and found out that there were quarters of points within the subgrades. DJ, did you get a Kumina graded, or did you buy a graded Kumina?
I bought a pile of interesting slabs that somebody made a choice to get graded. Among them was a non-foil Skithric Secret Lair, a regular Miles Morales, some real stinkers in there. I did practice cracking slabs. That was the benefit of this, is I just got some reps in cracking slabs because I've
seen the
practiced that a
video.
ton.
Yeah, I've seen the video of the person who's cracked the most slabs ever. I always forget their name.
It's not hard to do. Like, if you have the tools, if you have a screwdriver and a pair of pliers, it is not particularly difficult. You just have to get past the mental fear if you're doing something expensive of
Yeah.
damaging
This
cards.
was the person who owned. I think it was the person who owned the Path to Exile game, maybe that who had just
Chris,
like the crazy. Yeah, and like he had a video out of him cracking. He said out of hundreds of slabs, he had only ever messed one up, and it was like his own.
Yeah, I have ice in my veins, so I'm not worried about cracking a slab because I'm just built different. But like,
I messed up cracking my first slab ever, and I realized what I did wrong, and I haven't done it since. But now I do have a Korean 5th edition Winter Orb with a huge screwdriver gouge in it. That was a 9 before.
Nice. Well,
It still locks my opponent's lands down all the same.
I'll take my pristine 10. I'll put it next to my only other graded card I own, which is a Mega Kangaskhan that I got graded from PSA last year, which is also a 10. So, good for me. Good gift, DJ. Thank you for that.
happy
Did
to
this
help.
person make money, would you say, on their slab
They said they
choices?
bought a lot of slabbed cards because they wanted one of the cards that was in the lot. I don't remember what the card was, but they seemed happy with the transaction and happy to get rid of the excess cards that were not part of their special joy program. So like they were like, "Ooh, that's a lot of slabs on
So
presumably
this person-
Facebook or whatnot or whatever," and they wanted
Yeah.
one card in it. They
This
purchased
person
it.
also bought the slabs.
Yes.
So there's another person in the chain who originally made the choice to slab the cards.
Corbin,
And
this goes deep. Let me tell you, this
I
goes
can only
deeper than you
assume-
can possibly know.
People
I can
graded
only
everything
assume-
for years.
I can only assume that they've made quite a bit of money off of cards like Pristine 10 Kumina. Good for them. Also, don't get your Magic cards graded. That's my advice.
It depends on the
Get
card.
some of your Magic cards graded.
The high end is fine. Don't get this card graded. All right, well, let's talk a little bit more about The Hobbit. The set dropped. Liz's store was packed. My store was fairly packed. I don't know that we got any, it didn't seem to break numbers set by Secrets of Strixhaven or anything like that. The set is not as powerful as the original Lord of the Rings was because it's not a direct-to-modern set. That said, collector boxes are $900. So we're either setting the stage here for a big drop in this, or it just doesn't actually matter what's in them.
I mean, do you believe that Final Fantasy boxes are plus EV to open right now?
No, I don't think so.
Collector boxes at $1,900 each? Probably
Correct.
not.
Yeah. So it's about the experience, right? So I think to answer your question, I don't think it matters what's in the set. If there's a golden Smaug still out there to be opened,
Yeah.
For reference here, thanks to our sponsor MTG Ban, who we will talk about later, a TCG low on a Final Fantasy collector box is around $1,650. $1,650. TCG EV on a box is around $900. So on average, you can expect to lose around $700 to $800 opening one of these boxes if you pay full retail and open it and get the standard deviation of cracks,
Right.
not including like Mr. Spider's George the Golden Chocobo, who accounts for like $1,000 box EV or whatever. Like,
yeah.
That's exactly,
Well-
go ahead.
I was talking with some people in my store today about Riftbound box EV and how in the third set of Riftbound there is a card that is 1 in every 100 boxes, and it is about $3,000 retail, which means that $30 of every box's EV is tied up in this card.
yep.
Like, what percentage of box EV is tied up in Golden Chocobo potentially existing?
Yeah, I mean, not to be too direct about the comparison, but it's like how a casino pays out 90 cents of every dollar. That doesn't mean you can expect to gamble $100 and get back 90. It means that most of you lose your money and one person wins big one time.
Right.
So the collector boxes are very much that way. They've trended that way more so as we've gone on. They become more. I don't even know if gambling's the right word because I don't
selling
really
the
know that
experience
it
is
but-
correct.
Well-
You've also said something previously that is very poignant, I think. of like the cards are not reserved list, the packs are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Liz original.
That's how that works, right? Like a sealed Fallout box is reserved list. Not they can revisit Fallout and like put a new set of box toppers with all the bobbleheads or whatever, but like the Fallout collector packs with the original serialized bobbleheads are reserved list.
Yeah.
And we've seen what the reserve list does. Like, people are like, oh, get rid of the reserve list. How they should... they're making new reserve list cards every 3 months. Like, these
Basically.
are just plastic. Like, Wizards has not been incentivized to remove the reserve list. The opposite has been true, in fact, because if you put out reserve list things, people will buy them because limited edition FOMO is what it is. That's where we're at. It's
what they say in Pokemon is that over time, the number of available copies of singles only goes up. The number of available copies of sealed ETBs only goes down. And that's why that's what the Pokebros who are very into just hoarding sealed product will tell you. This is sort of the same argument. Now in Pokemon, it just all goes up, but...
It's actually weird, though, because I actually do think for a lot of cards, over time, available supply does trend downwards, because cards do end up in forever homes.
Yeah, you're right about that, and, like, that's the next level of that discussion. But, like,
sure,
you understand their point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, it goes back to the question I asked earlier this year, which is, would you rather own a Black Lotus or equivalent value in Marvel Superheroes collector boxes? The question, ask it again for Hobbit. I think I'm closer to wanting Hobbit boxes than Marvel collector boxes. But
especially if you could pack out the Hobbit boxes.
Yeah.
That's so.
You can't pack out a Black Lotus. Channel of Fireball tried.
was that Mage Market who did that?
No, that was just a different thing.
Oh, who was selling fractionals of a Black Lotus? Was that Channel Fireball?
It was a Channel Fireball.
Got
Go ahead.
Permission to post on Channel Fireball's website.
It was a company that some members of the management team at Channel Fireball had a stake in.
Understood.
So,
fascinating stuff, folks.
That did not last. Mage Market was a different kind of thing.
Corbin posted that article too, I believe. Corbin was the one who clicked post on that article.
In my first day on the job, to be honest. They were like, yeah, we need to post this. It's not a magic thing, but just you can't touch any words in it. Just make sure that like everything looks like it's supposed to and post it. I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. I mean, it's not like it's whatever.
I was just following orders, guys.
I mean, we were going to draw a line between like selling fractional shares of a Black Lotus is some new repugnant territory, but running a generalized Magic FOMO store is not.
Corbin, the last domino on that meme is the NFT craze, right? Like,
right.
I actually was approached by somebody not related to Channel Fireball, who took me out to lunch to tell me about how they were going to start a NFT that was backed by Magic Power. And they wanted me to help them sort
there were a lot of those in like 21, 22, 23.
Yeah.
Funny world we live in. But see, that's the thing. Everyone's on their get-rich-quick scheme, and you can't blame them because not only is that what the leadership of the world is engaging in, not just talking about the United States. Look at FIFA. Like, you all saw what happened with the World Cup, right? The head of FIFA announced that they were going to sell the world, like, rights to the World Cup, like not just rights, but like ownership shares of the World Cup to various things. And like member nations were like, actually, we just won't go to the World Cup if you do that. And guess what? They pulled it back, just like they got shot down when they tried to create the Super League a number of years back and got shot down. Soccer fans don't f around. So I'll give them that. Like, there are enough people in the world who still like believe football to be the world's game, who genuinely value that, and they do slap down FIFA's more extreme attempts at being FIFA. But none of that is here nor there. We're just talking about the economy and how it pertains to Magic. All right, well, it sounds like collector boxes on the Hobbit we're going to know where they're at next week. Release day is when this comes out a week from now.
Corbin, we're going to know where they're at next week.
No, but what I mean is Final Fantasy gave a pretty clear indication a week into release that it was not going down in price. You know? Like, if we see Hobbit boxes go down to $750 in the next week, well then, yeah, we might anticipate it kind of taking a more normal route.
There's some number of boxes that were bought on Amazon at a more affordable number that are going to enter the market, and I think they will be eaten up very quickly.
Yeah.
Also, it just kind of has the hallmarks of when you talk about there were product delays, and it's 7 sets a year, and the next set's right around the corner, and it's the end of summer. Like, there's a lot of things that can just 2 years from now we might go, yeah, that Hobbit stuff was pretty scarce. That makes sense that it's $1,500 a box. Shit,
Yes.
2 years it'll be $3,000 a box probably. But
I mean, we saw what happened with. I do think some amount of the speed at which the hype cycle is happening is related to Lord of the Rings Special Edition. I think some of the speed of acceleration is tied to that. I do think that with this trajectory, we kind of are on the when is it 1,000? When is it 1,500? Not if.
yeah.
I've noticed some pushback on the poster foils lately. I know when I priced these last month for my show, they were all just at new moons across the board for the non-foil and foil poster cards for Lord of the Rings because of Hobbit expectations.
They were getting bought out.
I expected them to keep that parity or continue to go upwards, but I've seen a decent number of the poster foils and poster cards in general just kind of be a little more stagnant. So I do think there is some level of a inelasticity there for customers of not wanting to pay 3x what they were 6 months ago.
Yeah. Well, and full disclosure on those Hobbit cards, the showcase scrolls are the same way, but the borderless posters really, it has not been gradual organic sales. They've gone through a series of buyouts. And over the past 2, 3, 4 months, I've just been tracking them in TCG Play articles, just jump tiers as they get progressively bought out more and more.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know what that means because obviously they keep getting bought. But yes, these prices are way more than they were 2 months ago or 6 months ago. But all of the change in price is happening at once when someone says that card shouldn't be below $100.
The actual shtick for me is that as more and more of the quote Poke Bros enter the Magic space, as more and more of the content creator, armchair finance people enter the space, the more monkey neuron activation association matters. Like, Lord of the Rings thing, I buy other Lord of the Rings thing. It's like how there's a Pokemon set in Japan being spoiled that's like Rayquaza themed, and so all the Rayquaza cards are going up because I monkey see, monkey do. My question for you becomes, how far does that association go? Does Edge of Eternities get better with Star Trek? Or does it have to be literally A match A? Or can it be A match B?
If it is Poke Bros and Crypto Bros and people who are approaching the game from a purely gambling sports sneaker thing, I think it's harder for those people to associate non-magic with magic.
Sure.
Like, it's harder for that person to understand and recognize what Edge of Eternities is as a product, as a actual, like, tie-in to the Magic universe. That person can make the connection between, like, Lord of the Rings plus Hobbit, but it's harder for them to go, like you said, Star Trek into Edge of Eternities.
And that will, to be clear, that I would think that would spike some number of cards from Edge of Eternity. It's just like, because if we even remove, like, not talking about that layer of people, but actual Magic players or, Commander players or whatever, we always see the mechanics of a set spike
those Magic
with the older
players
mechanics.
will start to buy up planets and spaceships because they want to put those Edge of Eternity's planets and spaceships in their decks, yes.
So you think that if there's, like, one Kevin Bacon degree of separation of association, that it's more organic demand, but the more direct the analog, the more inorganic the demand?
Yes, I think so.
We also live in content creator world, right?
Right.
So all of this started...
If we talk about EOE being Star Trek enough, maybe we can cause the spike.
Oh yeah, we're back 13 years ago when we started this podcast. The amount of, like, there were so many times we just had to be, we were like, you're manipulating the market, you're pumping up all these things that we didn't do. And then it would be so easy to be like, look at these cards, we made our picks of the week. They're not worth shit.
I picked Badger Mole Cub last week, dog. They banned that shit.
Generational pick of the week right there.
I was like, yeah, it's almost standard season, folks. Get your Badger Mole Cubs now.
Yeah. We need like a very fast moving Chiron at the bottom of the episode of like Brainstorm Brewery's picks are not financial advice. Please contact our financial advisor.
Yeah. What is it? Past results are not indicative of future performance.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Corbin's
let's
reading that
talk.
off like a dick pill bottle.
Let's talk about, before we get to Breaking Bulk, let's talk about MTG Band. DJ mentioned it earlier. They are our sponsor. They are what make this podcast possible, so we can never thank them enough.
And if you want to support the sponsor of this podcast, the creator of the tools that we all use to make money and succeed and thrive in the industry, go to mtgband.com and use code BSBBAN. That's BSBBAN for 50% off your first month.
Not Band BSB. BSB Band.
BAN.
Corbin's BSB banned from doing sponsorship pitches now.
Speaking of bands, we had some Magic the Gathering bands this week.
Oh yeah, we hadn't even talked about that yet.
That one's on the house.
An axe has been brought to the neck of the poor little badger mole.
And also, my boy Storm Chaser's talent got killed. What's up with that? There was a
Finally.
third card. I forget what it was.
Andrew Cuomo coming out for Grand, like...
Oh, that's right, Grand. Oh, what a forgettable card.
Yeah, the incredible tweet from Jesse, I believe it
I stole the
was.
joke, by the way. Not trying to take credit for it. Like that is a reference to an existing Pro Tour player who made everyone's weekend.
Yes, I believe that was Jesse Robkins' tweet. That was, call me Andrew Cuomo the way I'm killing Grands this weekend.
It seems like they wanted to shake up in Standard, and they kicked the legs out on probably the three best enablers for their assorted archetypes, whether it's ramp landfall stuff, or the Lessons deck, or notably, Stormchaser's Talent was both a prowess card and also a self-bounce card, although the self-bounce stuff was less of a thing in a World Without This Town Ain't Big Enough. But none of the cards they banned fully kill the archetypes. It just brings them more into line with the rest of the format. Like, Landfall will still be a deck.
Yeah.
You'll still see prowess decks. You'll still see...
Llanowar Elf and Ouroboros are still very good Magic cards.
Right. You might not see Lessons anymore. I'm not sure if they can recover from losing Gran, although the Artist Talent and Monument to Endurance shell is very strong, so it's possible we still see that. Ancestral Accumulated Wisdom, still a very strong card even if you pay 2 mana for it.
I think that Standard reached a point where you can argue that the metagame wasn't unhealthy because, it kind of like by the numbers, it's sort of, you could look at it as deck archetypes and it wasn't. But I also think that it hit a point where it had been figured out more or less, and there were a number of decks available and that was fine, but it had still kind of more or less stagnated. And people hated these cards.
Is this balanced, but is this fun? Like that's
Exactly.
almost just the conversation. Is like, you can make the argument that there are unbalanced formats that are fun, there are balanced formats that are not fun, and then there are like it's just a Punnett square of like, okay, this is truly miserable because it's unbalanced and unfun. Like there's degrees to all of this in those directions.
Maybe this is a weird take on my part, but I actually don't even view them banning these cards in Standard as an indictment of these cards in Standard.
Yes.
I feel like the time these cards had in Standard had very interesting, interactive, changing things in Standard. It's just now we've kind of hit the natural endpoint of that, and why just run that back for 4 months when we don't have to?
It is a testament to their willingness to shake things up. Now, it does beg the question of, if we're hitting these natural end states, why the Standard 3 years?
Yeah.
Should we be designing Standard with the intention of banning cards after their, quote, time is up? That's a different question, a different conversation.
I think you should only ban cards in Standard when they reach the authoritarian economic right side of the Punnett square.
The actual shtick for me is that either we can print cards into Standard that are good in Eternal formats, which means they might need to be banned in Standard, or we have Horizon sets. Pick your poison. Pick your villain.
I mean, once upon a time, when we all
that
started
card was
playing,
egregious.
The card or are you starting a sentence?
it was a great card. I mean, once upon a time when we all started Magic, that was the way it was. So you got like 1 or 2 playable Eternal cards from a set at all, and there were 4 sets a year. So you got like 6 new Legacy cards a year, and then 10 maybe cards, right? And like that was how it worked.
If you are 18 years old, number 1, turn the podcast off, and number 2, like you cannot imagine the feelings around the world when Kolaghan's Command was printed. That card changed people's lives and livelihoods. And it was the only card in a 150 card set that did so.
Kolaghan's
Company was in that set.
Kolaghan's Command is like a cigarette and a Diet Coke after sex, bro. It's just the cherry on top of the sundae. It's the angel on top of the tree. Kolaghan's Command is fucking sublime.
K Command, the card in Modern? Kolaghan's Command? Is that what you're talking about? K Command?
It's not modern playable.
Not anymore.
Kozilek's Command, the Dragon's Tarkir rare? Who wants to break some freaking bulk?
I'll break bulk.
Breaking bulk time.
Waiter, more broken bulk, please.
Elaborate.
Oh, that means you want me to go on. Oh, I see. All right, I have a Ravnica Allegiance multicolor uncommon. This was a banger set, by the way.
Ravnica Allegiance multicolor uncommon.
So it's Rakdos Simic
Selesnya. No, not Selesnya. Rakdos Signet or Rakdos Simic.
Azorius.
Not Boros, Demir,
White Black.
Selesnya.
White Black, I believe.
Orzhov.
Were there guild mages in this set? There weren't, right?
I think there were. I don't think any of them are relevant.
Isn't the blue-black one like the mill one, or is that from...
There are guild mages in the set.
They're named after something that is not the guild or the...
Correct. And they're not, and it's none of them.
Yeah.
The blue-green one, like... I'm doing the thing where I just describe card shapes, it's fine. I can picture the art on the blue-green one if it's that. He's like holding the staff forward.
Not blue-green.
Final payment. I'm not confident, but a final payment.
No.
Okay.
Isn't there like a black-white aura that whenever you get attacked, you trigger it and your opponent loses life, or is that mono black?
Ill-Gotten Inheritance.
I love that card.
That's black.
The card's mono black, yeah.
Yeah. I love that card, though.
Was Cruel in Ravnica Allegiance?
Is what?
Is it Rhythm of the Wild?
No, that is obviously... that's the most expensive uncommon in the set.
Yeah.
It's $5. It's not that.
Not Wilderness Reclamation, not,
This is just a casual little 10-cent buy list card.
Okay, I'm probably not going to get it then.
It's a gettable card, though. It was great in the format.
Yeah.
Build around.
Yeah,
Maybe it's a Gates card. Maybe it's a Gates card.
It is a Gates card. I think it's a Gates.
It's an Azorius card.
Is there a blue-white version of Disinformation Campaign?
I know this. High Alert or like high. It's like the toughest one.
Yeah, High Alert.
Ooh,
yeah.
Good call, DJ.
Yeah, you do butt damage. High Alert was sweet, by the way.
I have a Guilds of Ravnica multicolor rare. So the set prior to Ravnica Allegiance.
It's a rare. Is it the Demir split card that like mills and reanimates?
No. Corbin?
It's a multicolor card from Guilds of Ravnica?
Is it Expansion Explosion?
No, it is not a split card.
Damn All I can think of are split cards.
Guilds of Ravnica multiplayer.
Camaraderie.
No. CK. Good guess though. I think.
Yeah.
CK Biolist is $1.
Tristani.
No.
It's a mythic.
Oh yeah.
The Devil was in Ravnica Allegiance. Also,
The
card
Devil
kinda
was.
sucks.
Yeah.
So it was Golgari.
Golgari, Dimir, Rakdos.
No.
No. Boros.
Yes, Boros.
Red, white, rare from Ravnica, from Guilds of Ravnica. Possibly.
It's not red white.
It's red, blue. It's the pyramid. No, that's a mythic.
Yeah, I got nothing, man. DJ has a shitting grin on his face, so I think he's pulling a fast one on us.
I'm not. It's just a heartbreaking one.
The card used to be really good. Is that the shtick?
Corbin?
Niv Mizzet.
No, I'm calling it. Assassin's Trophy
Oh, that is.
is
Forgot that card
$1.
was in that set. Yeah.
I ran a Roka sort recently, and it put Golgari Charm higher than Assassin's Trophy, which is very
Golgari
funny.
Charm's a few
That's
dollars.
awesome.
Like
Magic's
price wise. Yeah, the Murders at Karlov Manor. Sorry, Corbin. Murders at Markov Manor
There you go,
version
thank you.
of Assassin's Trophy is under $1, and the Guilds of Ravnica version is $1.50. Golgari Charm is also around $1. But this is a breaking bulk that used to be $20. It was the hallmark card of the set that everybody wanted to open, much like Abrupt Decay was 14 years ago. And Assassin's Trophy is now just not good. I mean, giving your opponent Path to Exile costing 2 mana is very bad. And it doesn't even exile the card, and you can't target yourself with it, so it's not even as flexible as Path.
Assassin's Trophy did briefly see Legacy play recently to fight the Tron decks that played no basics.
Sure.
Which is cool.
It's just Stone Rain. Yeah.
Yeah. That said, it still wasn't very good there, and the person who was playing it was a sicko and only winning because he was a sicko, so.
That is a fun use for the card. I do like me a good, technically, Stone Rain.
All right, Liz, what are you looking at?
My breaking bulk this week is... It's not as hard to guess as either of yours. It's a Lord Eclipse Black Uncommon.
Goblins, Tree Folk.
It's probably Requiting Hex.
It is Requiting Hex. It's not flashy, it's not splashy. The biggest winner from the BNR is black cards. And it's sort of a breaking bulk of the week, but also 10-cent TCG low, 33-cent buy list to Card Kingdom, direct net of 35 cents, notably. Black cards were the real winners today of the BNR. I think we're going to see a lot more, Jeskai Control versus blue-black Excruciator type decks. And Requiting Hex is the premium black removal spell in the format. Pick them out of bulk. They're already worth more than bulk. They might even get better.
Yeah, this is a card you do not want to pay $5 for your playset for. You would rather buy a 1 row of bulk for $7 to $8 and find 3 of these in it. That is the play.
Yep.
Y'all, I woke up yesterday. I was there at 9:59 a.m. right before they went on sale. I was ready to go in my browser.
Corbin's
and
a
I
central
bought.
sign, by the way, for everyone who is
Yeah.
it's unfortunately a real place that exists, and we have to let them live still. But we're working on it. It's fine. Anyway,
You are working on it. That global warming's making it impossible down here. So you are working on it. With you jet setting around. Anyway, I was there on time. I then loaded the page, had to wait an hour or two, forgot about the page, had to reload the page later. And in May 2027, I'll have a Hatsune Miku Secret Lair. But you know what? That's better than I usually do. Some people got in on the first wave of this one. It was one of these print to demand. So they kind of did a backdoor to fix to the thing that everyone always argues about is the supply and the delivery. Like the three things are supply, delivery time, print to demand that people argue about on this. So in this case, they had some number printed. If you got in the first wave, you'll have one of those sent to you immediately. If you're on back order, which is everyone else, you won't get it till next year. So I think Secret Lairs would be less popular if you had to wait 7 months to get the cards every time. 8 months.
Yes.
Just saying. That's for people wondering why they don't just always do printed demand and why it's maybe not as easy as you want it to be. That's the answer. Like, they had this planned out, and the best they can do is 8 months from now.
Yeah.
Did you all get any?
I was able to make my orders for the quantity that I wanted to get immediately. I got enough that I am comfortable not buying a bunch more, even though I would if I had just like infinite money to spend, I would buy a lot more of these. I think that I talked about this a little bit in our Brainstorm Brewery Discord, which you can access for as little as $1 a month, which is nothing. Go there, check it out. We have some topics in there that we talk about. I regularly respond to people. Corbin does not.
I respond very regularly. Irregularly.
I show up when I get to be mean to people.
Yeah.
So give me a reason to be mean to you and I'll show up.
You tag me, I'll always reply. I got to get rid of that notification. I like to post when I'm working on my TCG Player articles, and I like to post the good finds I find a few days beforehand in the BSB Discord.
I think that anybody who ordered one of these successfully will be happy with it, either if they're looking to flip it or if they're looking to play with it. All of the other Miku cards have, of course, skyrocketed, but notably not the Japanese ones. And spoiler alert, that is my pick of the week. Is
Pick of the week, pick of the week, pick of the week. Time for the pick of the week.
And spoiler alert, that is my pick of the week. Is non-English Miku cards on TCG Player or Card Kingdom or wherever you can find them. The discoverability on them is very, very low, but I still think that there will be demand for them because not all of these are being bought to be purchased and played. Not all of these are being bought to be played. A lot of them are just being bought to be put in binders because they have cool art. The Japanese versions are priced at fractions of what the English ones are pre-spike. So, for example, like Swan Song is like $80 or whatever. The Japanese one is like $20. I think those are very, very good buys just in the abstract, the non-English Miku Secret Lair cards. And if you can find good deals on the sealed product, those also have loot crates for like a several $1,000 Snapcaster Mage in them, so like those are still fine. Yeah, I think that anybody who ordered this is going to be happy. I think if you ordered it and you are one of the people who got put on back order, I think flipping it in May is the worst time to do so.
Correct.
If you're in it for 8 months, you should be in it for like a year and a half or 2 years. Let's be real.
Yeah.
If you bought one and got it immediately, kind of in the same boat, I think you should just like either sell it as a pre-sale or sell it like 2 years from now. I think trying to sell it when everyone else gets theirs is just always the worst possible moment to sell these. Like, unless you are really, really strapped and like take the double up, it's fine. If you're like really trying to churn here and you're like, this is my last $150, it's not a bad place to put your last $150 and then turn it into $300 immediately. Not the worst thing you can do. No one ever went broke selling for a profit. But if you have the option to wait, I think waiting is still fine.
I might put my last $150 into food. There's also the angle with Miku to consider if it does like Alan Grant did, where the card spikes when the singer dies.
What? Are you assassinating a digital persona, Corbin? What
do you know who Hatsune Miku is?
I don't have any idea.
Hatsune Miku was the mascot for like an audio software originally, I believe, right?
I've explained this to him before, which means he forgot.
Is it like gorillas? Is there a real person?
It's just like Damon Albarn. Yeah. Hatsune Miku is basically Damon Albarn, yeah.
Is that the gorillas guy?
That's the guy behind the... He was also in Blur. He did that song where you go, woohoo!
What? Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Okay, well, maybe that'll...
When the singer dies is crazy work.
When Hatsune Miku dies, my signed Hatsune Mikus are going to go up in value.
I just saw that.
Hatsune
They have
Miku's
a-
birthday is August 31st, by the way.
You see, you can't have a birthday without a death day.
Marking the date her original Vocaloid voice bank software was released by Krypton Future Media in 2007. Though she is a virtual singer and her canon age remains permanently fixed at 16 years old, fans and official creators celebrate this day annually. That's tough for perverts, I gotta say. I mean, good on the company. Good on the company. That's
Leonardo
really funny.
DiCaprio in shambles.
They're like, for legal reasons, she's always 16, so we can get your ass if you make shit of her. That's smart. That's smart.
Ancient cosmic entity.
Hatsune Miku is just like Damon Albarn.
Sam Altman is going to digitally assassinate Miku and then tell us about it a month later. Okay? That's how the world goes these days. Okay? There'll be some new story. It'll be the dumbest thing you've ever heard of. OpenAI's new program, Fuck the World 3000, secretly hacked Hatsune Miku and destroyed the servers because someone typed to it, "I'm so tired of this Hatsune Miku." I can't even get the name right anymore, man.
Hatsune Miku.
I just posted one of my favorite all-time Twitter posts in the voice text channel.
Hatsune Miku over here.
Guest rapper on Gorilla's song. I've been in since 10, kicking product around the bin. My mom died of tuberculosis. I'm slipping into psychosis. Damon Albarn on the chorus. Ooh, Flimsy Steve, where did you go? What have you seen? Shit is peak. Hatsune Miku could never write Flimsy Steve, but Flimsy Steve could write Bopey Bopey Bo Bopey Bo.
Welcome to the future, everybody. I hope you like it. What's y'all's pick of the week?
My pick of the week is I have two. I have one for standard and one for the vibes. My standard one is Deceit. I think it is one of the biggest winners from the standard ban lists.
Ooh, good call.
Card's like $5. It is a really strong Evoke Elemental. It's part of the Reanimator and the Living End deck in standard. It's also part of the Superior Spider-Man Doomsday Excruciator deck, the Demons deck.
Oh, yeah, things that might come back.
Yep.
Doomsday Excruciator gotta be one of the coolest standard playable cards in the past several years, right? Like,
Yes.
Do you know, like, putting 6 black pips on a card, you knew they were cooking. Like, they knew they did something sick there.
Abyssal Persecutor, also one of my favorite cards of all time.
My other pick this week comes from I am actively rewatching Legend of Korra after watching the new Avatar movie that came out, and I also just watched the Avatar 7 Havens trailer. I know DJ has talked about this before.
Yep.
I am doubling down on this. I actually went and purchased one of each for myself of the neon Avatar cards.
Yep.
Oh.
This actually got started because DJ sold me a TOF and I saw it in person and I was like, damn, these are nice. And so I went and bought the other ones.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The cards just look cool. They are rare and they're only going to get better with more Avatar stuff coming out.
I also saw the movie over this past weekend. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. Exactly what I expected it to be. No notes.
But like, also this card, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see me holding up my TOF, the First Metal Bender. This card looks sick.
They have Neon Chocobo vibes. They're not exactly the same type of card foiling or whatever, but like they're very similar.
But also this card's sick. TOF is cool.
TOF very cool. Really sucks that she becomes a cop.
I will say, I'm rewatching Korra. Mako sucks. That dude is not a good person.
Very few people in that show are good people, by the way. Like,
Bolin is my guy, though.
Except during season 2 when he randomly commits sexual assault, like...
Does he?
Yeah, he kisses the girl on
you're
camera
right.
when she does not want... Like,
You're right. I forgot about that part. Bolin, maybe not my guy so much.
I've never seen any of this.
everyone
It's good,
in Korra
man.
is just a bad person. Except for, like, maybe 2 people.
Like, maybe one of Tenzin's kids is okay.
Sure.
Isn't the rich
right,
girl
I'm-
fine? Like, isn't the rich girl's like the old, like, the billionaire Nepo
Asami?
baby is like the good person, I think.
No.
Yeah, what does she do?
No.
That's terrible, I forget.
She's an arms manufacturer, dog.
I thought she pulled a Kaiba Corp. I thought she, like, inherited the company from her shitty dad and then turned it into, like, what, like,
I don't
goodness.
I don't know. I just finished season 2, and the last thing that happened in season 2 was her company worked with the Elon Musk character to produce robots for the South.
Okay, no, yeah, it's coming back to me. Yeah, no one's redeemable in Korra. No one.
Some of the spirits are pretty cool.
Yeah. Uncle Iroh's still hanging out in there, getting his cameo.
Yeah, dude. Corbin, your kids are gonna hit like 12 years old, and they might want to watch it with you. When that happens, you should watch it. It's good.
Ben decided he doesn't want to watch anything animated because he's too cool for that.
Emily
we did
also,
start watching.
Wait. Emily also hit that phase. Emily was like around that age when Avatar came out, and she also decided she was too cool for it. And she's also fucking wrong. Okay, like let's.
Yeah, I tried to tell him he'd like Dragon Ball. And I suggested Avatar.
The thing about being in your 30s, man, is it's cool to eat breakfast cereal and watch Ed, Edd, and Eddy on a Sunday morning again.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, man. Yeah, nostalgia comes for us all. All right, I'm going to shoot my shot here. I'm going to pick Yuna, Hope of Spyra, as my pick of the week. I've been cooking with this thing in Standard even before the bans. I really think I'm cooking with it after the bans. It's also just a $4 mythic from Final Fantasy that has an enormous upside. Because it just straight up returns enchantments to play from your graveyard and has abilities on top of that, giving your enchantment creatures trample, lifelink, and ward 2. It's just a really easy card to spike, given everything with it. And if you really want to get fancy, there are a couple pricey versions of the card you can buy as well, if you wanted to go that direction. I don't know if I necessarily recommend that. There's a Chocobo track foil of this one. That's almost 200. So, there's some high-end stuff on this, but I think just at $4, the base version of Yuna has some good upside, either short or long-term.
This is one of the coolest cards from that set, full stop.
Yeah. I enjoy returning Summon Bahamut to play with it on turn 4. That's pretty fun.
I know that's right.
Especially after they, think they're cooking because they kill your Kona on turn 3, and then you hit them with the Yuna. Anyway, Standard's fun after bans, as it always is. You can try anything you want, have a good time with it. But Yuna's also just going to be a solid commander card forever, and very easy when they come up with the next Naya Enchantress type deck for it to spike.
And then my pick of the week is broadly just non-English Miku cards. As I said, they're all really, really cheap, especially compared to the English counterparts after the spike. They're Miku cards. The deck's gonna come out, and the deck's gonna come out again. Like, this deck has 2 release dates, guys. There are 2 instances where the demand profile for these cards will spike, and already has. Like, the cards got more expensive after the leak. They got more expensive while the deck was selling.
After the leak?
Yeah.
Considering Miku, never mind, Corbin. Corbin's too unk for this.
We cannot try to explain this to him. We don't have a timeline. We're not on a time crunch here. We can stay here as long as we want, but we cannot explain this to him. And then the deck's gonna drop, and people are gonna buy more Miku cards, and then the deck will drop again in May, and people will buy more Miku cards. And then they might revisit her a year or 2 from now.
Right, and then
it is a digital property. She's forever 16, so they can constantly go back and revisit Miku. She's immortal. She will never die. Hashtag all hail our Lord and Savior.
All right. Well, before we get out of here this week, we do want to touch on maybe the other bit of Magic news this week that fortunately avoided most of us. This seems to be a thing mostly on social media platforms I'm not on. But there seems to be a hashtag cancel MTG influencers movement going on because the ambassador program is full of people getting free product, and sometimes that free product is Hobbit free product, and it's worth thousands of dollars, and they're getting paid to promo it, and it is creating more feel bads perhaps than feel goods when the product they're opening is pretty much inaccessible to the average viewer of that content.
Do people realize that when celebrities go to award shows, they get goodie bags with car keys in them and iPads and stuff? Are people
I don't
aware
think
of
they're
that?
aware of that. For the most part, no. They also don't know that college football players get a bunch of free stuff for going to a bowl game. for instance.
Right. Like, yeah, it sucks that Hobbit boxes are expensive, and it sucks that the person advertising it to you has something you can't afford, but, like, that's just how marketing works, dog.
Yeah.
It's tough because it's the parasocial relationship that, as an influencer, at some level, you're hoping to build, right? In a whatever the healthy iteration of that is, but it makes people feel that they have some kind of ownership of the content you're making, which then, when the content you're making doesn't feel good, doesn't feel like I'm just going to keep scrolling. It's a TV channel I don't like, because they've built a relationship with the content creator that is you, and therefore it turns into resentment because it's someone you feel like who's getting it better than you, among everything else, right? There's also just the fact that these are super expensive. It's driving up all of that FOMO in people, and this has manifested itself as what I think is kind of an ugly
Corbin, I think
roasting of influencers.
I think you're beating around the bush a little bit here. We, as Brainstorm Brewery, want to apologize that Corbin got 65 Hobbit collector booster boxes for free. Liz and I got shit. Corbin got all 65 of them. He opened them in a fugue state.
Oh my gosh.
And those videos do not represent the values of Brainstorm Brewery. They do not represent the values of me and Liz. It is all Corbin's fault. He shouldn't have opened those boxes and flipped you all off while doing so on whatnot. That was not okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag cancel Corbin Hostler.
Hashtag cancel Corbin. I just want to point out I've never been in the ambassador program. I've never applied to be in the ambassador program. I like to have a professional relationship where I provide goods and services in exchange for money, not just be given free things to lose my credibility when I talk about a product.
At MagicCon Minneapolis, I used the Brainstorm Brewery metrics to get a content creator badge. So I got a free ticket to the convention. I got inside. The one piece of content I made was I filmed myself cracking open some CGC 6 Tundras. And then when I got there, I got a content creator swag bag full of collector packs and like regular booster packs. I just gave them out to people.
Oh yeah.
I'm pure. I'm morally pure.
Hey,
all the packs I gave out sucked, by the way. No one opened anything good.
If we weren't all working at the Pro Tours, I would try to get a live episode or do a thing or do there's lots of for people who don't realize the MagicCons are huge on wanting experiences for event goers, right? They're paying for a ticket to be there. You need to make it feel like something to be there. So live shows are an important deal, but also it's not just a live podcast recording. There's the people do game shows and things and maybe it's hacky stuff, whatever. And obviously as our podcast, we would have to have a slightly different approach on things. But the point is, there's a lot of opportunity there where you can, if you are a content creator, to work with the MagicCons and get out there. So it really is a thing in the community for people to go to these events now with the intention of participating and seeing all these stuff. I mean, the Mana Stage, as they call it, just gets more and more packed every year. And obviously, Game Nights Live is sort of the preeminent example here, but they're expanding much beyond that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that more or less wraps it up for us this week. I'll tell you all, I'm on a bit of a break. It's not until the Spotlight next month that I have another event coming up. Although for anyone listening in Oklahoma or Texas or Arkansas or Kansas or Missouri who wants to drive to Oklahoma, on August 22nd, we're having a $500 store credit event. I'm putting up money to try to get people to play Modern. I want competitive Magic to succeed, so spread the word.
And meanwhile, I am on a 7-week event streak, so...
Oh, good for you.
That'll be something. This weekend, I will be in Valley Forge Casino and Hotel Resort for a CEDH event. I will be at Collecticon Charlotte, then Collecticon Richmond, then either Baltimore or Dallas, whichever one's first. And then the other one after that, so it's Dallas, then Baltimore, or vice versa. And then I will be at Commander Sealed in Rochester, and then Excalibur in Niagara Falls. So that is my 7-week gauntlet that I will be at.
Damn, good for you, DJ.
I will be crashing DJ's booth this weekend at the Excalibur event. I'll be hanging out and doing a Liz meet and greet, I guess.
Hell yeah.
generally harassing DJ while he tries to work.
And also
You know,
just
I was-
like slaughtering people in Riftbound, right? Like the main reason you're going
Yeah.
is to.
I'm playing in the Riftbound tournament, and between rounds, I'm gonna go and bug DJ at his booth. I'm playing like a low cortisol aggro deck, just knucklehead beat down, finish my rounds quick, get back to the booth.
Get yourself a hot dog from the concession stand. Get yourself a little sour.
Get a Long Island from the casino bar, bro.
Oh, that's where you're at.
Go up one floor in an elevator, get a Long Island, smash it, come back down,
That's a good
smash
point.
my opponent. It's gonna be
That's
great.
a good point. That's a great point. All right, well, there you have it, everyone. We will surely see you around. So, everyone, thank you for listening to Brainstorm Brewery. Thank you to our sponsor, MTG Band. Thank you especially to our patrons who go to patreon.com/BSB, hang out in Discord with us, make all of this possible. This is Brainstorm Brewery. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
That George Costanza is a pretty smart guy.